friends, people in the audience, people in the chat. Welcome to another hour of the DC Infinite Hour. As always, we have Mr. Brad, the DC Universe Geek. Brad, say hello to everyone. There he is.
Good day, everyone. How's it going? Thank you for joining us today. It'll be the usual, us just talking about nothing and chatting. I see there's 16 of you. We can say hi to whoever's in the chat because there's only 16, right? After Rob says hi.
And as always, on the guitar, Mr. Rob D. Toys. Cheers. Cheers.
Guinness.
Guinness, man.
I'm Ahsoka the Geek, and welcome, guys, to another fun-filled episode where we talk about all things DC. Say hi to the guys in the chat. We got Josh from before. What's up, Josh? Love your channel. The creator of Bricks. G-Boats Collects. Batfan1. Ryan B. Some really nice people in the chat there. Oh, there he goes, Rob.
A lot of the same faces or names.
Well, guys, we have a lot to talk about. But first of all, what's everyone drinking today?
I'm drinking Guinness.
I got a little Stella.
Guinness Hop House. Hop House 13.
What's everybody drinking out in the chat world?
Yeah, does anyone have any tasty beverages of note? Or not of note? I was about to have a Coors Light, honestly, but then the Stella was going to expire sooner.
That to yourself.
Bro, I love Brad.
No,
I love Coors. I love Coors.
Okay, well, then come to Canada, come visit me, and I will take you on a beer venture. We will go on an adventure. Epic proportions. And we will wake up drunk, face down, in a schoolyard on a Saturday morning. It'll be awesome. We'll still be drunk. I'll take you to a pub.
Listen, I know it's like drinking water, but I love it. I love that refreshing. Nothing like on a hot summer day. Yeah, I mean, you gotta drink Coors like ice cold though. As soon as it gets a little bit warm,
I'll drink it when I've drank everything else when I'm at a party, and there's a guy that's like. Now, mind you, this is like 8 pints of beer, right? And I'm like, I got nothing left, but I'm big and fat, and I absorb it. So someone's like, I got a beer for you, and they throw over a Coors. It's like a regular can. It's like a thimble compared to like the tall boys you're used to.
Brad, you're not fat. You're lovable.
I prefer
go with
chunky.
If I'm gonna drink cheap beer, it's gonna be PBR. Pabst Blue Ribbon.
That's fair.
Okay, I'll drink Pabst Blue Ribbon for cheap stuff. That's teenage ghetto beer, though.
Exactly, or college beer.
That's what we drink. My buddy, his band has a song called PBR. PBR Me. It's a pretty dope song.
Yeah, okay. I imagine someone saying that and then getting the beer chucked across the room at him.
He before COVID, he would like drink it during the song and then just spew it out into the crowd.
It was that bad. He was like, I can't drink that shit.
No, it's just like one of the things he did. I don't know.
Was it lovable? Was it endearing when the crowd?
Oh yeah, I mean, I have this one shot where I knew it was coming, and I had my phone ready, and it's just madness.
Only Brad will understand what Puppers is.
Puppers, yes, Puppers is the beer that goes along with oh darn,
Zima.
No, it's a Canadian show.
No, I was looking at Pat. Sorry.
G-Boats, what's the show called? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Is it a Canadian show?
Yeah. It's
Kids in the Hall?
No, one of our Canadian exports from what is it? Come on, G-Boats, what is it? What the heck? It's a pretty good generic beer. Letterkenny, yes. If you guys haven't seen Letterkenny, you should watch Letterkenny. It's fantastic. We make good comedies. I'm just saying,
you do.
Comedies are good. Yeah.
Is that the one that where the policeman stops the girl and the guy, and they're like, "How high are you?" "Hi, how are you?"
No, that's this hour. I think that's the skip from this hour. Has 22 minutes.
That was freaking hilarious.
How are you?
Wow.
It's a kazoo.
Yeah. He's so friendly, babe.
Yeah, he's so friendly.
I mean, we're wading into Canadian comedies now. I never thought we would see that.
We make some of the best.
Apparently, there's some good stuff.
Do you remember You Can't Do That on Television, right? That was Canadian. You don't remember that?
No.
I don't know when the green slime would fall down on your head and it'd say, then they get water and then the water would wash the slime off.
Alistair and all the gang.
Degrassi. I know of Degrassi. I've never watched it. But I've heard of it.
All of it. All the old stuff from Degrassi Street all the way up to Degrassi High. All of it. I love that show. Okay, sorry, we're getting off track.
All right, guys, let's go into a topic. Let's go into a topic.
We do
I'll-
have a list.
I'll
Ahsoka,
pick
the
one.
Master Chief here, has given us a list. And
Right.
for Ahsoka, he's the brains behind the operation.
Oh no! Brad's the looks. No, Rob's the looks. I'm sorry.
Rob's the look.
Brad-
Yeah, don't
Brad's
give
the
that to me.
talent.
Rob is
Brad,
definitely the
Brad is the talent. I'm sorry.
look. I'm the man boobs.
Well, I mean, we'll compare and contrast. All right, guys. Why don't we start off with let's start off with some bummer news so we can move past it quickly. So shortly before we came on air, it's very dramatic. I read that Titans and Doom Patrol have been canceled.
Yeah, me too.
So I believe this is verified or confirmed. I mean, I don't think anyone's that surprised.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not because I thought it was a great show. I mean, I fell off during the Jason Todd season.
No.
And
See, I
then-
love the show, but that's
Me too.
You've watched it all, right?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not saying because of the quality, just because of the James Gunn cleanse of
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
the DC
Oh, and
universe.
okay. I want to say I fell off. Yeah, not because of the quality.
Yeah.
Because I understand it's a different universe. I fell off because I'm just too busy.
Yeah.
Like I don't really have
Fair.
much time to sit around and watch stuff. I
Yeah.
haven't seen any of Doom Patrol, and I'm like, I really got to watch that Doom Patrol.
I didn't get into
was
Doom
surprised.
Patrol. I watched the first season. It was great.
The
But
the second season was good too.
It's like DC comedy almost, isn't it?
It's so out there. It's
Yeah.
like you're watching it and you're like, what am I watching?
Yeah.
But yet, like,
That's
I
good.
can't stop.
do you
I love
think?
stuff like that?
I mean, especially with Doom Patrol, that seemed like right up James Gunn's alley, like
Yeah.
his type of show. I mean, is he just cleaning house? Like, do you think they're going to cancel Peacemaker? How can they not cancel Peacemaker at this point?
Well,
You
I
know?
think the number one
I
thing is
think
to say,
so.
what are the ratings? What are the ratings? For
Yeah,
these
but
shows?
Peacemaker I thought did really well.
Yeah, but Doom Patrol and Titans, like, are they?
I don't know.
Oh, the DC Collector's saying these two shows were canceled before James Gunn.
Okay.
I
It's
didn't know that.
possible, yeah. Okay. DC
Yeah.
Collector, do you have some inside knowledge, DC Collector?
He's got a cool logo too.
He does have a cool logo.
Mhm.
To
Just
be
wasn't
honest,
announced. Okay,
okay.
fair.
I don't know if I would like to see them finish off any storylines,
Yeah,
What
they
I
need
mean?
a closure.
close things down, even if it's just for like a half season, and that goes with any of the DC shows that they've made. I would really like to see them close them off, right?
Yeah.
And not just cancel them. I think the Stargirl's canceled too, isn't she?
Stargirl,
She was canceled.
Flash.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they just haven't.
So just
well,
make sure they close them off. Is all I'm saying.
I did read in the article that they knew it was. I guess DC Collector's right. They didn't know for sure, but they knew it could happen. So they
Yeah.
did write the seasons in with that in mind.
So
that
every
this could be the
season
last.
could be. Oh, that's clever. That's smart. That's thinking ahead.
Yeah, you know. I mean, I did like that about Buffy. That every season could have been like the way they wrote it was very like, they ended it every
Yeah.
season. But I mean, yeah, and I think Superman and Lois. That's probably next. I don't see any way that that's going to survive.
No, I really like Tyler.
Yeah. Well,
He's the really positive.
Very positive guy.
Guy.
Very positive guy.
He gets his ass kicked a lot in this show. He gets his ass handed to him, and then he comes back, in the end and like does some cool stuff. But yeah, season 2, I was like, why does he keep getting his ass kicked all the time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great. It was a good show. I mean, the family
I loved it,
dynamics.
though, yeah.
Yeah, and then they did replace the kid though on it for this upcoming
left.
season.
Yeah,
that's
he
right,
didn't.
he did.
Oh, yeah?
He didn't come back. Yeah,
Mhm.
he had to be back to film by a certain time, and he didn't because he had his own issues he had to deal with. So
Yeah.
he didn't come back, and they were like, "Well, the show must go on. We have to replace you." And it was, I think, dealt with in a more of a no hard feelings kind of way.
which son?
The blonde one, the one without the
It
powers.
was Jonathan, not Jordan.
Jonathan.
It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which I feel like it should have been the other way around because Jordan looks
Yeah.
more like Jonathan.
I got them
Sure.
backwards all the time.
Yeah.
If you watch my reviews of the show, I was always screwing their names up.
I mean, I do prefer in the comic books how he has one son.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
for the TV show, it was more dramatic having one that didn't have powers, obviously. But
Yeah.
I do love Jonathan Kent, and I do like General Zod's son from a few years ago in the Last Son storyline. Remember that one?
Oh yeah.
That's the one
Mhm.
where, like, General Zod and Ursa's son shows up, and Superman and
comics,
Lois in
Brad.
the comics. In the
Okay,
comics.
I'm thinking. I don't remember that from the show.
I can see his like brain moving.
I know, right? Question marks
Sorry,
and
I
years
should have
and
been clear.
mathematical equations.
I
What?
should have been clear.
Yes, I do remember that. Yes, because they had their own planet. They buggered off. They had their own little sector of space, and it was like,
Yep.
"It's alone. We'll leave you alone, and we'll rebuild Krypton here." I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They haven't done much with him. Like he shows up.
Never
when-
came back.
No,
I don't think he ever came.
Nope.
Did he?
came back once. Yeah, he wasn't just then. He came back for another time, but it was like a
Oh.
short appearance, and it was like that was it. They haven't really, but Zod hasn't. They don't use him very often. They only
Not
crack
really.
him out like once every few years for something.
I did like the World of
5
Krypton
years.
story though. That was a good storyline.
Well, there was a couple years like back in the 90s where the Joker wasn't used very much either.
I wish I could say I remember that, but there's a chunk of the '90s I wasn't reading comics.
Yeah.
I remember Scarecrow being used quite a bit in the
Yeah.
'90s. That was
Yeah,
like
a lot of Bane in the 90s.
well,
Definitely.
of course, because you had the movie,
Yeah, a lot of Banes.
and also he broke Batman's back in the early '90s. So they were like, he's a new character. Let's use him like crazy, like they're doing with Batman Who Laughs.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. Get more mileage out of this guy.
Guys, anything else you want to pour one out for Titans and Doom Patrol? I mean, they give us a really good live action Nightwing. I
Yeah.
liked Jason Todd. I liked all of them. I love Starfire. I do think Starfire was my favorite character from the show.
I think the whole cast is beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Even
It's
Superboy
just
was
like-
done well.
Yeah.
I like Dick. He's not hopeful. Like I would have liked Dick to be more hopeful, but
Yeah.
I know this is an alternate universe, so I had to pick somebody. I think I liked watching Raven the most.
Yeah.
She was great.
I thought, and I also liked Dove.
That was
Dove,
great.
Dove was very gentle, and I
Yeah.
liked that.
And
about her.
Hawk. I mean, even
And-
Deathstroke was great.
Oh, Donna.
Yeah,
Oh, Donna Troy.
Donna seemed to be the one that had it together the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. She could play like a new Wonder Woman for sure. Like she's got that
Yeah.
look.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, hopefully we'll get some clarity soon as to like what's happening. You know what I mean? It would be like, yeah, Jason Momoa. I forgot to put those as a topic. But he came out the other day on Instagram saying he had a great meeting with James Gunn and the
Yeah.
other guys. But like, and then he said he is gonna be Aquaman for a long time. Or it was weird. He was very. It felt,
Did he say that, or was that like? I remember reading his quote, but I can't remember him saying that. Did
he said something like, "I'm not going anywhere. I'll always be Aquaman." But he didn't say that as like I'll always be playing Aquaman. He said
Yeah.
he could have just meant that I'll always be Aquaman, and people,
On-
you know what I mean? He didn't say exactly I'm going to be an Aquaman 3. So it's very straight.
Yeah.
If they're gonna wipe the slate clean going forward, then they need to wipe the slate clean, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, they're getting rid of a great person with Cavill.
Yeah.
Momoa as Aquaman was really fun. It was good for the time. Gal Gadot
Yeah.
is great. But if James Gunn's idea is to wipe it clean, they need to literally wipe it completely clean, and everyone needs to be new cast. You cannot have continue overs and have that work with a brand new universe that is not connected in any way
So
to the
that
previous one.
includes his girlfriend and everything.
Everyone,
From Peacemaker.
everyone.
Suicide Squad.
Peacemaker's great. I think they should do one more season of Peacemaker, and then let it go.
Yeah.
I feel
And
like
just start everything new.
I'm really trying to figure out like the timing of all this because like with Henry Cavill, they made that announcement a few months ago on Twitter, right?
Yeah, October.
Do you think he made that announcement because Henry had just come out and said he was going to be Superman, so he was forced to kind of talk about it then?
Maybe Warner Brothers told him to tell the world that he was going to be
Right.
Superman again.
But
But
I'm just like, it's just
I
so
don't know.
strange. Like, why go on
Could've been.
Twitter like 2 months ago, tell everyone Henry's not in, and then not mention Wonder Woman? Jason
yeah,
Momoa? You know what I mean? It's a very odd like.
yeah.
It doesn't
And
make any.
James would know what he wants. He would know what he
Right.
wants. Like
Do
he
you
probably
think
went
they're,
into
like-
this with an idea.
Do you think they're like waiting to see what the Flash? Because everybody's saying like the Flash movie is going to be a huge hit, and if it is, like, do
Yeah.
you think that's going to sway? Because with the Flash, he can always. I mean, just like in the comics, you can go between universes, and Barry will always
Yeah.
remember the old, and he can still be in the new.
I hope.
I
not.
don't know.
I don't want Ezra Miller as the Flash anymore. His conduct out of the movie role was like, nope. That's just a no for me. His chart. He's representing a superhero, someone that us adults, we admire, and then hopefully maybe some kids might look up to, because that's also in the nature of superheroes. They have special powers, and kids naturally want to be like that kind of thing. So I really hope not. His conduct is just, it's not okay for him to continue as the Flash. They gotta get rid of him. This should be his last time ever in that suit.
Rob, what's your take on that?
I really enjoyed him in the movies. I kind of agree with Brad, though. I definitely don't want to see Grant. Like, I know everybody's clamoring for him. He was great in the first couple seasons, but it got watered down, and I'm so over that show. But I continue to watch, so
They should get a blonde guy. Hire an actual blonde to play Barry, like he is. Don't stop changing the look of people.
I was gonna
in the comics.
Yeah, well, these days you don't really I mean, I don't want to get all into other things, but like the Little Mermaid, right? The live action one. I don't think people are upset because of the race.
I don't want to get into big things.
I know.
Iceberg.
Just get rid. I think they're just upset because they're used to seeing Ariel a certain way. You're not seeing Ariel that way, so people are like, oh, that's not how Ariel looks.
Ariel's my favorite Disney princess, so I'm excited either way.
I mean, I think it looks great, but I see why people could be
I'm just, what? I'm just excited that this person can sing.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of the reason why they hired her, whatever their motives might have been, I'm just excited. I've heard her sing. And of course, there's going to be auto-tune. That's the modern world, auto-tune now. But she seems like she can actually sing. And so she can actually hit those notes and do it well, then that's going to be a bonus. That's going to be something that I'm going to enjoy listening to. Like, I really enjoyed Beauty and the Beast because I liked all the musical numbers. That opening got me. I was like, this is fantastic.
Well, Brad, I was just trying to get more gingers out in live action for you. So
we're a dying breed in live action.
I know.
And cast every single ginger.
Female gingers are like chef's kiss.
Ooh, look at Rob's getting a little excited over there, Brad. Cheeks are turning a little red.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Well, we do know Rob D. Choi's favorite female character is Mira.
Yeah,
with a good reason. She's fantastic.
Yeah, and she's
all right. So DC live action shit show. We should know more by the end of the month, apparently. Still. So
I just have to say one last thing.
Please.
This is for my wife because she said say something. She is totally not happy with James Gunn because she loves Cavell. She loves Peacemaker. And so she's not happy that everything that she loved is coming to an end. But
you know what?
Yeah,
we'll see.
She's absolutely right. She's absolutely right.
Yeah.
My wife loves Cavill.
Yeah.
I show her, like, if I find like a good picture of Cavill, I'm like, hey, look at this. And I show her the picture. She loves him.
I will say this though, right? Like, we love Cavill. I think everyone in the chat loves Cavill. Everywhere we go in the internet, people love Cavill. But I don't think that equates to like the real world. And I say that because of Avatar 2. But it's like no one's talking about that movie in our circles, but it's made over $2 billion.
Isn't that crazy?
Right.
Yeah.
And like no one like I don't know where you guys in my like social media realm, I don't see anyone talking about Avatar, but like all my friends have seen it, everyone I know has seen it, but no one's like. So I feel like sometimes there's a big disconnect to what we love and think people love versus what the general public feels.
Yeah, I think generally I've heard like people that aren't even like DC fans, Momoa and Cavill are the two that like the girls get a little hot under the collar for. And I shouldn't say girls, probably some guys too. I just don't know any guys that have said that to me, but I definitely know plenty of females that like heartthrob, right? They went and saw Aquaman because he's in it.
Made $1 billion and he was great. And he's definitely,
Yeah. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. No one I know has talked about Avatar, and $2 billion is huge.
$2 billion.
Didn't it just cross $1 billion like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it's insane.
That's a moneymaker right there.
It's a moneymaker. Did you see it, Brad? Rob, did you guys see it yet?
I have not yet.
No.
Okay.
I wanted to go on a date.
I have rewatched the first one with the boys, and I'm excited to see it, but I just don't know when I'm going to get a chance to.
Yeah, well, there it is.
Same thing.
Well, guys, let's move on from the DC live action world to the world of the action figure.
Yeah.
So dramatic.
What was
So we had on the last episode of the DC Infinite Hour, Brad was kind enough to do a sort of live review of a bunch of figures, but now the shoe is on the other foot.
Yeah.
Because Rob and I also have the same action figures.
No, go for it.
So we are, and Brad, we want you to be involved with this as well. So we're going to do a little live
Should
review.
I get my other
Yeah,
figure?
Rob, obviously. Jeez.
I didn't.
guy.
I wasn't prepared.
There he goes.
I brought a few here.
He's
Speaking
got,
of,
he looks all creepy back there. Look at him. He looks like he's robbing his own house.
Turns around, comes up with like a doll's head or like a human head in his hand and a saw.
Is that a dog right there? It's a cat. Look, you see the cat's
That's a
tail.
cat.
Yeah. What's
This whole scene
All right.
was hilarious, dude. It's my favorite part of the show right now.
he keeps him in an actual friggin' case.
Okay,
Anyway,
so the first figure we are going to talk about is the most controversial of the bunch. Selena Kyle. Rob,
Yep.
raise.
We're calling this
where's your
topic
Selena?
crotch
I
gate.
didn't grab that one.
Oh, come on, dude! Go grab her.
How are you supposed to talk about crotch gate unless you get Catwoman?
Oh, crotch! I'm about to write a new banner. Crotch gate.
You came up with that for the record.
Did I?
Yeah, Ahsoka came up with that. Crotch
It's not focusing.
All right, guys. So here's Catwoman, and listen, we're going to talk about this delicately because this is a
Yes.
PG, family-friendly
Yeah.
show, kind of.
Is
Yeah.
it?
And remember, somebody sculpted this, right? Somebody put time
Yeah.
into this.
Yeah.
So, absolutely, guys. Let's always remember someone put their hard work into this figure,
Yeah.
and sometimes things slip through the cracks. You don't know. Sometimes maybe
Yeah.
something is not appropriate, but.
Yeah.
Speaking, Brad, you're way better talking about this stuff than I am. Talk about
Well,
that.
you guys have different experiences too, right? Like I haven't, because I'm still
Yeah.
working on the video. I got sidetracked for a
Yeah.
day and a half. So, like my take was, like when I look at this, right? Like this is what everyone's talking about, right? The bulge, bulge, and they're like, oh, looks like she's packing a whole, it's down there. There's a man, and I'm like, okay, well, I see there's definitely like some raised flesh there. I'm not sure if I would call that like if that was like
Raised
my
it
lump,
much?
if that was my lump in my Speedo, I'd be like, I'm not wearing a Speedo ever again. Because it's not a very big bulge, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. It's a pelvic bone,
Yeah.
and it's just, but it's also, I want to point out,
It's the
the way
lighting
that they've-
too, right?
they have cut
Yes.
the
I
articulation.
think that's a lot of it.
Well, the lighting just points out where the sculpt is, but it's
Yeah.
the look at the cut.
Yeah.
The way that her groin is cut, instead of it going straight across, it goes up and it actually further outlines anything that's there. But like it follows, like there's her abs and they go down like that. Like I don't think it's that bad. I mean,
No.
it's a
Like
little tiny bit inconveniently big, but it's not like huge.
Like I said, it does not look bad in person. Like
No,
once everybody sees it, it's not hardly a thing. I mean,
no.
like even when you hold it there, it's not really sticking out like the men are. Like,
You had to put that up there.
you know what I mean?
Sorry, these comments are funny.
Yes.
They're not funny with my
Oh my
Instagram
God.
comment section. They're really funny here.
So you want to know what I think it is?
We do,
And
Rob.
I
you
know-
tell us.
And I know that it's not okay. So if anyone's taken apart the diaper, there's that piece that holds it into
Yes.
place. And I feel like this was intentional to grab that piece easier.
Oh, I
over, like,
see.
See it?
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they needed it to be large enough for it to grab a hold of, or else it's going to slip off. And I think that's what we're seeing. But I have to say that this is probably the best body buck for a female.
Yes. That's
In
what
my
I said
opinion.
in my video.
The legs are proportionate, the arms are proportionate,
Yep.
the torso. I think it's phenomenal, and I love it. I
And
mean,
they
the only thing
handle
that
it
I would
tastefully.
like to see differently with this figure, if anything, is the color be more vibrant, like the
Yeah.
DC Direct version.
Agreed. And again, it's funny. It's there. Do I think it ruins the figure? No.
Heck
Do I
no.
hope they fix this? Yeah. For like if they reuse this bug.
It just seems like a female. Like someone said, they do come in all shapes and sizes, and that's absolutely true.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of females in bikinis and in full one-piece swimsuits in my life.
Easy, Brad.
Well, I'm 42. Let's face it. I've been to public pools and I've watched swimming on TV and the Olympics, and it's all shapes and sizes, right?
Oh yeah,
it's okay to like joke around and be a little bit humorous, but I feel like the conversation about the bulge is, I think it's overshadowing like the actual figure itself, and I think some people, they may not buy it because they're like, I'm not buying that one.
Yeah, I think that like somebody said,
it'd be a shame because it's an awesome figure.
Sleeper. This is going to be the sleeper figure, just because people aren't buying it, and then they'll realize how good it is, and then everybody will be racing to buy it.
Yeah, it's a great figure. I mean, the articulation's there. I love the whip.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, with the hair, you can only do so much because it is, long hair. I'm wondering what could have made this better is if there was that black shadow on the face, like how Jim Ballant draws it.
In the front there, like Batman has it.
Yeah, I think that could have made it look better. But I don't mind the diaper. I've never minded the diaper myself. It looks better when there's an actual belt, but I personally don't mind it.
Funny, I only call it the diaper jokingly in my videos. Yeah, because I don't know what to call it now because it's like seared into my head because everyone calls it a diaper.
I will say this, Ahsoka, because I know you mentioned about the buttocks, is that I think it's more human-like compared to the the Arkham one where it's
the
like
the badonkadonk on the Arkham.
Yeah,
Ryan B
this
wants
is
to know
more of like a traditional woman's bottom.
Well, and it's more shaped like.
Rob, is your wife still there? Can you ask her opinion on the action figure?
She's not. No, she's upstairs.
She's like, I can watch this for 5 minutes, and then I'm like, she's out.
I will say the one thing about the plastic though is like I like the matte and then the glossy, but dang, this glossy is like picks up dust like crazy when I'm like trying to take pictures and stuff. I'm just like, but it's awesome. Like, I dig it. I like the figure.
A Catwoman is more granny panty than diaper. See, that's kind of what I was saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I see what you're saying. There's more like a real person,
Yeah. And like, I think that the thighs are done well. They don't look like hot dogs, and they're the correct length. I mean, what more can you ask for? I think that if the crotch piece was just a little higher, maybe that might have helped. Or like Brad said, making a V.
All right, guys, let's move on to the next figure in this live review. Rob, take us there with the signal.
The signal. I got to get it.
God dang it. This guy.
Okay, so there's been some talk about, I know Brad has the Imaginext one. Is the, see, I'm sorry, mine doesn't focus because it wants to focus on my face. There you go. They're kind of like, they're what, Eskrima sticks, but they also are kind of like Kama sticks.
Oh,
Kamas.
I thought they were little axes, but okay.
Well, Kama, like if you look it up, it's like a sickle on a Eskrima stick type thing.
Thank you, Stephen. Yes, this white shirt is making me look like a ghost.
The
lighting,
but yeah,
guys.
I mean, this figure has been one of my most anticipated figures for quite some time. I've always loved this character. It's just awesome. It hits all the things. The only aspect of it that's kind of a downer is the shoulder pads, and that's about it.
You like the shoulder pads?
In what regard, Rob?
They don't move out of the way like a Mr. Freeze's.
Yeah,
so you can't get a full T motion.
Good point. Good point.
I wish the eyes were not just painted on, that they were like sculpted in, like have it another layer down or whatever. I don't know, but it's beautiful. The sculpt's there.
Yeah.
He's an awesome figure. I love his powers and
a great character in general too. He's the only daytime member of the Bat family.
I know, right?
Right. Like, and his bat is meant to be reflective. And I thought, how cool is that?
It's awesome. The suit's great. I see people commenting, "Oh, it's like a Power Ranger," but like you said, he's supposed to be in the daylight, and it's a great color scheme.
He looks like a dirt bike guy,
dude. And it's yellow and black. These are Batman colors, you know.
Yeah. He looks like a RLSH a little bit, like a real life superhero almost, like someone who would have dressed like them and went around handing out sandwiches.
And I love that there's a little holes in the sticks that you could put like a wire or cable or something thread through if you wanted.
Well, I love the Dark Knight Returns-esque mask.
Now, for anyone at home that because these are cool and all, but I'm a little bit of a sucker for accuracy when I can be. So if you're looking for actual Eskrima sticks that have the little spring-loaded hatchets that pop out, the batchets, it's going to sound really weird, but I'm going to tell you to get these from, but it's true. And they're to scale. The Imaginext version of this figure, the Imaginext the Signal, comes with the Eskrima sticks, and they are, well, I'll show you. Hold on.
Yeah. While you're doing that, I'm going to grab the others.
I guess I'll just stay here by myself.
Yes, you would. No.
When you're stiff, that's the noise you make when you sit down. Okay. So,
look at those ones. Those look great.
That's from the Imaginext, right?
Imaginext coming in strong.
Because their weapons are always stupidly oversized, right? So, yeah, I switched mine out for that. So I don't know what I'm going to do with these. And they're probably not that much money. Those Imaginext Signals online on eBay and Amazon, they're probably pretty cheap. So if you're a sucker for that, then you can do that.
All right, let's talk about the next one.
You were going to show us something.
I know, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, he was reached down like this, and I was like, "What's he going to pull up?" And then beard came out. I was like, "All right, that's good."
Let's go to Mr. Kingdom Come.
Mine's over there. I'll just let you talk about it. I'm posting my photos tomorrow, and I am beyond stoked.
It's pretty phenomenal. I mean, you know, Todd is known for doing his Todd twists on figures, but this is pure, man. This is pure. Pure as soul. You know,
that might be a figure of the year for me.
Oh, wow. Bold statement.
And you're calling it in like January.
It's not super articulated, but it's articulated enough. It is just one fine piece of plastic that you can sit and just be in awe of. If you love the source material like I do, this is your jam.
It's a beautiful figure. I love the Rocketeer backpack.
Oh yeah. And I love the glossiness to the wings. Yeah,
beautiful.
I haven't taken mine out yet. Haven't gotten there yet. I'm still doing Joker and Catwoman.
I do wish it's hard to display for me. Like its wingspan is like I'm trying to find the right spot on the shelf. I might have to actually hang this guy up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, you need to start investing in eye hooks and fishing line.
Yeah,
really,
hanging them up.
People in the chat, what do you guys think about Mr. Kingdom Come Batman?
You know, his belt, I always thought it was cool because it looks like it's, you know, to grab a hold of.
Yeah.
So it's like a jetpack type thing.
It's a beautiful figure. All right. Rob, why don't you pick one that you actually have with you?
Okay. The one that I photographed today.
Oh, Superboy.
Connor
Superboy. Kent. This is another phenomenal. In fact, I ordered another one just because I wanted to have one in case I wanted to do a custom.
Yeah.
But I mean, the paint that went into this guy, it's not just plastic, and I appreciate that. You have the studs. They even painted the studs on the shoulders, which if it was, you know, any figure from last year, that might have
this is good. Focus.
There you go.
There you go. See, this actually makes sense for this type of thing.
Yeah.
There you go.
So if it was a figure last year, that probably would have just been black.
Oh.
But they did paint it. And then you got the stud belt. And then obviously the painted thing. His hair is really cool, in the back.
And I see comments that he's looks too old, but this is the older version, right?
One.
Yeah, he is older now.
He's supposed to be older.
This is what you and I were talking about, Rob.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this guy.
Well, Because like technically in the comic book, she has the double collar still. Like if you look at all the source material. No, he's got the hood, which is bad. And there's no but this is just like an idea of like an option of what you can do, right? I mean,
now if you want to go like the extra mile, you could paint the S on the back. Or find a sticker.
Yeah.
Stencil it or sticker it, yeah. I'm not that good with a paintbrush. I suck with a paintbrush.
All right, guys. The next one we're gonna take a look at is Mr. Freeze. There he is, boys.
Mr. Freeze.
Now, I've really come to love this figure. I thought the paint wash or the lack thereof would really bother me, but I just dig this figure. I love it. You know, I think it could have been better with some paint, obviously.
There are different shades of white, though.
You know, there's different shades of white. There's some grays. You know, the face sculpt is awesome.
It just won't focus.
Your camera's like, no, boy.
Yeah, it's not.
It's like there's a face there. There it goes.
There you go.
Oh, perfect. Look at that.
And
Rob,
I took off the. So I know Brad had an easier time taking the ice part out of the gun. For me, it was glued in there tight, so I had to heat it with a blow dryer, and then I just kind of wiggled it back and forth. And then I blasted with more heat and wiggled it back and forth, and then finally it came out. You just have to be careful. You got to be careful because of this white piece on the tip is like also kind of, loose or not loose, but it gets flimsy with the heat. So I grabbed a hold of that white point and the gun just so that I wasn't pulling on it. But yeah, go slow. It took me about 15 minutes to get it all out there. There is like a little hole in there to like keep it from spinning around, like Brad said.
So was it a part of the gun? Like, is it all one
glued
piece?
in for sure?
It's glued in,
no.
Okay.
Yeah. And what's nice is like I can put it back in, so it's
nice.
Not like So if I want it in, I can just pop it back in. If I want it out to display, I can just keep it out.
Did you show them the piece?
I can get it.
I got it right here.
Okay,
all right.
Yeah, so that just plugs right in.
Hold on.
Oh, look at that.
Focus, you uncultured swine.
Yeah.
Focus.
It's getting there.
Yeah, it's
slow.
there.
Anyway.
So that little
comes right out. It came right out for me. I'm sorry you had this a 15-minute ordeal.
Yeah, but it was worth it. I like it better. What I absolutely love about this figure, besides the fact that you can take the helmet off, is on the inside. I know I just
popped it out while we were doing this. The little peg got stuck in it. Oh, it's not happening, buddy.
Yeah, there we go. I just have to hide my face. The inside, it looks like a spacesuit with that, and then you put the dome in between that and the outer rim.
Yeah,
it works so beautiful, and it was such a beautiful concept.
And it holds it on there tightly too.
Yeah, I love that.
See, I've got two of this one. And I'm thinking maybe I'll try from my other one, this head. The one that comes on this one, the Secret Files. They're very similar, but this one's a little bit more old and wrinklier looking.
And guys, like once you get it in hand, if you can't get the dome back in exact, if it's a little hard, just squeeze the sides. It kind of tends to go back in really quickly when you do that. In the comic books, though, like for this outfit that it's based off of, he had full black pants and not like these cargo pants. In the comics, that it was like
that image it was based off of.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was all black.
Yeah.
It's all black. It didn't have these cargo.
It would have been really cool, all black
shorts. Yeah.
And it's funny. I've never seen it took me I didn't actually figure out where it came from. I actually found it out because I happened. I was trying to figure it out, and then I saw that Toy Shiz did a review, and I was like, "Oh well," and it was like, "Oh, that's where it comes from." That one single issue. It was what was it?
1027, right?
Yeah, 127.
1027.
Yeah, sorry, 1027. Yeah, because it was the big anniversary, and it was like they had a big picture of every single character going down, and I've only seen like that Mr. Freeze that looks like that there. Because I looked in current continuity, he doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
When he awoke Nora and then she became Mrs. Freeze, like he didn't look like that. So it's just interesting that they chose to make a Mr. Freeze based off of that single appearance.
Should I say what I said to you, Brad, about the shoes?
Yes, you can say it.
Please, Rob, please.
Okay, so when you get them in hand, it looks like, here, I'm gonna hide my face. They look like Crocs.
Crocs? Yeah. Oh, you're right.
They look like Fancy Man's Crocs.
That's hilarious, dude. They totally do look like Crocs.
He does look like a spaceman, though, which I think is cool.
All right, guys, on to the last one. One of the last ones. Hush, Batman.
Yeah.
Blue and gray.
Yeah.
I mean, the kryptonite ring, just everything. The head sculpt, the paint, the way the light captures the beautiful corners.
So I know, Brad, you said that it's painted black, or it's a black plastic, and then it's painted on top. So I guess my theory was right. It was to get the gray the correct color.
Well, what I did was actually like I did try to. The gray is hard to match.
Yeah.
Right. Like this is like a stupidly hard gray to match. There must be something else in it.
Yeah.
Because like I sat around doing a lot of variants of gray and couldn't get it done right. So in the end, what I did was I took one of them and I just took the paint off the gloves and then give it a light black coating of paint on top, just because the plastic went a bit funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so technically if you're really, really careful, you can have a closed mouth Hush Batman face.
That looks amazing.
Well done.
I don't know how you got it so good around the mouth. Right around the...
Oh, Q-tips and then a really small brush. Gotcha. And I dip it in the acetone and dab, and it's like a long process.
It's a good idea. Yeah.
It's worth it, right? Because there's no guarantee Todd's going to do this character in black with a closed mouth. So you're kind of left with figuring it out on your own. I have done other things.
Yeah, the I guess the sculptor painter team basically notified me and said, thank you for mentioning about the undertone with the paint, because it was really hard to get right. And we wanted to make sure that the blue or the gray was correct. So that I think they were aiming for a Pantone color. So I guess that was the only way that they could get it. Pantone colors in the printing world is like spot colors. They're specific, that it's made a certain way that you can't make it with like RGB or CMYK.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
That's crazy. They spend that much time getting the gray right.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And you can tell, I mean, it's just such a beautifully painted figure.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite Batman. And I have to say, like, I'm a black and gray, but this is like, this is it. This is the one. The only gripe, again, the gloves. I wish they had the rivets and stuff on the other hands and not just the fisted hands.
Yeah. Well, because these gloves with the rivets, I don't know if they're exact copies of the ones that came on year 2 Batman, but I know those had the lines across them too.
Oh yeah.
Or maybe they came from 3 Jokers.
Now, like, I know some people have a problem with the head and the neck, and I prefer it the other way as well. But the profile on this guy is so Jim Lee that it's beautiful. It works so perfect.
It does.
I love the head. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's great.
Shout out to Josh from before. I didn't realize he was in the chat. And Plunderling. What's up, guys?
Plunderling's team.
I love Plunderling.
So if you take the darker gray and the black and mix it up, you're gonna have this is what I'm working on here.
Okay. Actually, let's segue from here into Brad's Kit Bash corner.
Well, it's just as simple as taking the figs apart and putting them back together again. You know,
Well-
it's because all the parts are there to do it. The only hassle is matching the gray right here. So I had to take the actual lower forearms from the blue and gray Batman, remove the paint where the gauntlets are because it's black plastic, and I gave it a light coat of black just to finish
Brett,
it off.
starting from the beginning, for someone like me who doesn't do any of this stuff,
Okay.
How did you start? You just use like nail polish remover and start taking it off, or how do you do it?
Right here. You have to get pure acetone. Don't get the stuff that's got some acetone in it. You have to get actual acetone 100% and use Q-tips, and you carefully go at it.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you push too hard, certain plastics, they'll like you'll burn the plastic and it'll roll the plastic. It's weird. It like begins to peel.
Yes.
So you got to be very careful with it. You know, maybe if there's a spot you're still trying to get some paint off of, go to another spot and then come back to it, you know, to give the acetone a chance to evaporate, because it does evaporate very quickly off of the plastic. So you just evaporate, you just remove the paint from the cowl and the gloves, and the rest is just a matter of, you know, heating the figure up. So like here is like the lighter gray Batman with the blue pieces on it, right? And for me, this is my ideal blue and gray here, not the darker gray. That's why I was inspired to do it. But the boots are separate pieces on both of these figures. So it really is just a matter of heating up the boots. And then I have, what the frig is it? I got a little Vinci screwdriver. It's a small one. It's got a little flathead screw. I can't find it. Anyway, tiny flathead screwdriver, like the kind that comes in the kit. Yeah. And you heat it up, keep heating it up, and you dig under the crack in the boots carefully. And you got to keep it hot. So you got to keep submerging it in the water. I prefer water because the heat tends to be more lasting than a blow dryer. Okay. And eventually the boots come off, and you can switch the boots. Changing the legs is easy for these figures. It's just a matter of you just pull. You just yank. See, they're on the pegs there. So I just
do it a different way than I do it.
I just pull them off, and then the trunks go whoop, off like that.
So like what I do is I keep those the pieces on there, but I just unplug the leg socket.
Oh yeah, I don't do that. Maybe it's just I'm not patient enough. I just rip the legs off.
I heat it, and then with the little screwdriver, I just
pry them.
Yeah, they're really easy to come off, especially when they're hot because the plastic's soft. I
don't like. I used to do it that way, but the reason why I stopped is because the hole on each side that grabs onto the nubs, right, for the hinge, those holes can get loosened. They can get stretched a little bit if you're not careful.
Okay. But how long did it take for you to do that so far? Like, how much time have you spent on it?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
I started them both at the same time. I don't know. I have ADD and I'm doing a million things and I get sidetracked, you know, so it's longer than it should have. But if you sat down, you could do it in an afternoon comfortably. Okay. For sure. Yeah. That's those two. The heads over there.
Wait, so the blue and gray one, what did you do to it to make it look like that? Like what?
This one?
Yeah. Or is that just the normal one?
No, this is the one. Oh, well, all I did was switch the parts, and I had to paint. It was easier to match this lighter gray. Up at the top of these gloves.
Yeah.
A lot easier to match that. And that's it. Everything else is just swapped parts. That's why it's a kit bash. I'm no good with a paintbrush.
Dude, it looks so good though.
I will say that the darker gray and black looks very Batman animated.
Oh, I love this look. This is my if I'm gonna go with the black and gray, that's what I want. Yes. So this is perfect, and you can swap belts around and stuff like that. Like I put like the yellow belt on
the vampire Batman with the brown belt would look amazing on that black and gray.
I've thought about it, but I'm like, I don't really want the brown. I like the yellow. I like a variant of yellow, and then I put the one that came on the blue and gray on this one. So they're different color palettes to the figure, right? It gives you a bit of difference to look at.
Well done,
Brad. It's nothing I do is difficult.
But it looks great. Make it look easy.
Well, the more you just kit bash and don't mess around, it looks factory, and that's always my goal. I want it to look factory.
Yeah, that's what I'm a little scared of with the Eradicator project that I have. With because I'm cutting the hair here, so that I'm going to sculpt it there to give it that 90s look.
Now the hair is that the hair.
It's a separate piece. Yeah.
It's similar to this. Have you ever taken the hair off?
Yeah.
Yeah. So best of luck to you. You're a braver man than I am.
Yeah, I figure it's worth a shot. And then I'm going to take the cape off, paint the neck blue or try to match it, and then attach the cape. And then hopefully, and then I got to figure out what I want to do. If I want to like use the epoxy to like sculpt the circles to go over the ears.
Yeah.
Or if I want to use something else. I was thinking about like almost like getting parchment paper and then putting some epoxy down and then kind of like cookie cutter circles and then let them dry and then glue them on. But I don't know.
I don't know, honestly. I think.
Well, we'll continue the Eradicator discussion next time because I want don't give it all away yet.
Yeah.
But Rob, speaking of things you're working on, you recently obtained the Superpowers Nightwing.
Yes, I have all three here actually.
Yeah. Well, let's take a little look-see at those guys.
So, obviously they're hitting Walmarts now. And then there's
beautiful.
Very nice.
Figure.
I did see somebody that painted this where they switched the blue and the black.
Yeah.
And it looks fantastic. But yeah, the Deathstroke is probably the best of the new wave. Or of actually probably even the whole line so far. Nightwing, here's.
Ah, there he is. Dude, it looks like a nice sheen to it.
Yeah,
is it just the lighting, or is yeah?
No, it definitely looks really good in person. Yeah, I like that he came with like his sticks, and I just wish the legs were a little further apart. I mean, I know like it's superpower, so everybody's going to use the same buck. I do wish it was a little thinner because he's pretty hunky in this one, but I dig it. I mean, the paint apps are really well done too. Like, I know I was a little worried that, I might not find one that is perfect, but yeah, it wasn't too hard.
Yeah. I love that they use his like iconic costume.
Yeah.
Like, just the shh right there.
Yeah. The one that I think that most people recognize.
Right.
Yeah. Whether he's got a ponytail or not.
Okay, are you pro ponytail or are you no ponytail?
I gotta go no ponytail.
I'm no ponytail.
Probably no ponytail as well, but I'm not hating on it for sure. Like, I'd accept it.
It was the 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
What else can be said?
Yeah.
And then for Wonder Woman, who I also think is fantastic.
Yeah,
I have capes coming from the Cape Master, and
I like the Cape Master is like a real person. Like it sounds like a real superhero or something. The Cape Master.
And I'm so glad that the tops of the knees are
the Z-lister
are the color of the skin, because like in those promo shots we saw it was like red in the hinges. And I mean the stars are printed nice.
Dude, it's like so classic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that Todd is definitely getting his stride with the revitalization of the Superpowers brand.
Yeah. Sorry, Brad.
I was just going to say, I wish that Superman was a lighter blue and his legs are farther apart, but every other figure I think is fantastic.
Spider Dude with a controversial comment. I have the rarest opinion on Nightwing. I like his red suit the most, which is something I've learned not many people prefer over the blue. You would be right, Spider Dude, even though it makes the most sense logically, because like at least his Robin costume had red, and Robin is red. So like, but I do
that way
You know,
in Batman and Robin, right?
and looked phenomenal. I love that Batman and Robin suit.
So one thing you can't see is like her corset area has the lines kind of like the New 52.
Sculpted.
And it looks so good. I just wish, and I might do it myself, is that the star on the tiara was painted. But
yeah, do it yourself. Just get it. You know what? Have you ever tried painting the small stuff with a nail brush, like a nail salon, like a tiny brush for doing the details that they get? You can buy them at the buy them at the drugstore. They're a brush that has, it's so tiny, but you can do all those minuscule details with that.
I just noticed she has like some paint on her shoulder. I could probably get that off with acetone.
Yeah, I think you just need to get a new figure now, Rob.
I mean, for $9, I mean, $10. Yeah, exactly. And I got 2 capes, so I could have one in one cape and one in the other.
Yeah.
But then you might as well get a whole second set, because one to display, one to keep in the package, one just in case.
Nah.
Rob, anything else from the superpowers?
I'm really stoked for. I can't wait for the vehicles, because I mean we'll have the Brad's like ringing the invisible
be real time,
jet.
folks. Keep going. I'm just doing my be real.
Yeah, the invisible jet, and I'm hoping that we get some play sets.
Oh, dude, like a Fortress of Solitude or a
with
Batcave.
Remember what I said with the clamshell with the key?
Yes. Oh,
Let's
dude,
make that happen. If the dudes at McFarlane's are watching at McFarlane is watching. Okay, here's my idea. Clamshell.
Rob.
Yeah, clamshell of the Fortress of Solitude with a key to lock it into place. A super mason.
Yes.
And then unlock it, and then it opens, and you got like, could you just imagine? Like it would.
Yeah.
Any word on a Superpowers Batmobile? Yes, it is coming.
Yeah,
they already showed a. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they showed it at New York Comic Con.
There you go.
Just drawing. I think that's what I love about all of this wave. Is I was in New York when they announced all of this, and I kind of like spilled the beans to like, the interweb. And
they like me. They really
I was in New York having a slice of pizza with Tom McFarlane, and I got the Jesus guy. The ego on this guy, Brad. While you two suckers were at home.
I was just like hanging out.
Hey,
I'm just in New York. No big deal. At the McFarlane party.
Dude, you get to go to San Diego, man.
The
for WonderCon.
Pardon?
Not lately.
He gets to go to San Diego and Comic-Con. So
it's true.
But I can't. San Diego, no, because I can't get tickets anymore.
I can't go to nothing.
WonderCon, yes, because I can get tickets.
So how big is WonderCon? Like, is it like is it bigger than a Wizard World?
I've never been to a Wizard World. I've only been to WonderCon and San Diego. And it's got a huge convention retail area and a bunch of panels. I'm sure someone else in the chat. But honestly, guys, I only go shopping. All I'm doing is literally I don't even go to the panels or any of that stuff. I think last year they didn't even have a DC booth because DC.
They rarely do like at these things.
You know what's funny though is like every time we used to go to WonderCon, it was all DC Direct. DC Universe Classics, that's what the vendors were selling. Last year, I shit you not, every vendor only had McFarlane toys. There was like one vendor who had a few DC Direct. I'm like, wow, we've already moved past the DC Direct and DCU like generation. Like now the McFarlane stuff is like the stuff people are looking for. It was weird, man. I just miss DC Direct and Mattel being up on those pegs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I gotta tell you though, I'm really enjoying this whole McFarlane thing, man. They're quickly becoming my favorite DC figure line of all time.
Oh yeah.
They're quickly. Statement. Well, aside from superpowers, they're like their own thing, right? They're in a league of their
They're
own.
Also the fastest growing, it seems.
Yeah.
Well, the new sculpts, it's insane.
Yeah, I think by the time, like in the next 5 years, we're gonna look back and like,
right.
And how fast he gets them out, like.
I know.
It's like. Does he have Oompa Loompas and Santa's workshop elves all working at the same time? Like how, and the concept?
Yeah, I mean, We got like Batman 66. We get the DC. Then we got the superpowers. I mean, it's phenomenal. I don't know how he does it.
And what's supposed to be like if you hear oh geez, I forget his name again. The guy Scott Knightlick, like he says that it takes. He says it's 3 years from conception to shelf, and I'm like,
I don't think so.
Like shit, it is.
Yeah, no way.
Todd. No way. That guy. There's no way that he takes that long. Because I remember there were figures that came out based on things that hadn't came out in the comics yet, that hadn't even been written yet, and they came out in such a time frame that like he must have just hustled to get it out.
I think because he's privately owned, he can do whatever he wants without minimal fuss.
Much faster.
Small team, you know.
I don't know exactly how long it is, but I know it's not 3 years for him. That's for sure.
My
guess is about a year. My guess.
Kudos to everyone who's involved. But, you know, I know we always say Todd, but
it's a team. It's a huge.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge team, or at least a team.
He doesn't sit down and sculpt every figure in the computer. So there's the sculptors. There's the people that help choose the designs. Yeah.
I like Honor Guard. You see 3 hours from reveal to shelf.
That could be accurate.
Oh, I like this comment from JSP. Wouldn't take Nihilix's word much. Yeah, do you hear he got a little hot water? He said the Master of the Universe line is ending and was canceled.
What? Oh, really?
Well, he posted a video last week, but then there's all these people rebutting it.
I don't know how true that is. I've watched everyone's sides, like both sides.
Yeah.
I've watched like Scott's videos, and I've watched the people that have made videos saying that he's full of crap. And I don't know whether it's canceled or not. I tend to think that a lot of people dislike Scott for various reasons, and they don't like what he has to say. And maybe there's some truth to the things that they don't like about him, and they think that he's full of crap. But he's also an insider who's been in the industry, and he does know how all that stuff works. And as far as like, there might be figures that we haven't seen yet that haven't been quite. Well, no, there's supposed to be no new reveals, right?
Right.
That's what it says. But there's been new figures. But if I think about it, every figure that we've seen, like I knew Tubab was coming, I knew the Sorceress was coming. So far, every figure that has made it to shelves, like right after this whole discussion, it's like, oh, take that, Todd. See the Sorceress. It's like, but she was already kind of revealed. I feel like we all need to just wait 6 months, and then we'll know. Right?
Yeah, it was. I just thought it was funny that he made that video, but then
everyone got pissed.
Yeah, but nothing but then nothing has come of it officially yet. So like he sounded very convincing, and like you said, Brad, he's got like insider knowledge. So I'm surprised like he would go out on a limb, make a video, and then like
he says that 3 separate people got the letter, got the email saying that the lines were canceled. That's what he says. And he said that he didn't talk to, like, he says that he didn't tell them that he was talking to any of them. And they all told him the same thing separately. So that's why he's
like Woodward and Bernstein of the toy world. Apparently 3 different sources,
3 sources is a good way to go about things.
It is. All right, guys, on to one more single review from me. And we're going to talk about the Beast Kingdom Joker. There he is.
Gorgeous.
I have to say, this is probably one of my favorite figures right now. I mean, it's just Jack Nicholson. Look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks awesome. I watched your review, loved it.
Oh, thank you. And
have you taken the coat off yet?
No, you can though. You totally can.
Do it.
I think he's going to look better without it.
I think you might be right. Let me pop his hands out real quick. Yeah. Let's put his hands back in.
Do they click in, or is it just like going?
It's like a little peg there. It's hard to see.
Okay.
Yeah. And he came with so many extra hands. It was insane. Yeah, I'm so stupid. I didn't even think about taking the coat off yet. See, this is why I talk to you guys. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, he looks thinner there too now.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that the tie was like tucked in when you took it out of the box.
Yeah.
And then the first thing you do is like take the tie out.
You
And, like,
pulled it right
I
out.
don't remember seeing that ever tucked in.
I know,
Yeah.
right? I'm like, why am I trying to tuck it in? You know?
Yeah, you pulled it right out. Yeah. Did you get his fly zipped up?
No, I haven't.
His fly
fiddled.
wouldn't. It's like he was walking around with his fly.
I know. It's a little
Is it
piece of. It's Velcro. It's like a little piece of Velcro.
Oh, okay.
So it's about as good as you can get it. But I just love these pants. I wish I had pants like
He's like,
this.
I'm the Joker. What the fuck do I care?
You know?
Walk on my fly.
They're like
hanging out.
golfer pants.
Right? Oh, such a nice quality.
Like dressy golfer pants, though.
Yeah.
Like you're going to a golfer awards show.
But either that or you're in a ska band.
Yeah. Oh, so I'd rather be in a ska band than golf.
The shoes, beautiful shoes.
It's a great
Yeah.
figure. I'm still sleeping on those Beast Kingdoms. The only one I'm picking up is Darkseid.
Yeah, I need to get Darkseid. Are you guys gonna get this figure? What do you think?
I won't because I have nowhere to put it.
I'm
It's 6 and
on the
7 for me.
fence. Because if I get that, then I have to get the Batman.
Truth.
Yes. Exactly.
And I like how you pose that Batman with the cape.
Oh, dude, he's great. I mean, the cape is such a beautiful wired cape.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, I get you guys. They also sent me one other thing that I haven't even talked about yet.
But they sent that to you, right?
They did, and they also sent me this.
That's amazing.
Wow. How did
I mean,
King Shark?
That's amazing.
and
I
I'm
like the King Shark. I like King Shark is dopey in that movie, and
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
why I like him. He's
Oh,
like
I
a big,
love him in
fat,
that
dopey
movie.
Shark.
Oh yeah.
I got to do something with this tomorrow. But yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't even opened it yet.
That's fantastic. And you know what? He's going to be. He'll be multiverse scale, won't he?
I think he's gonna be bigger than
But how much
multiverse.
bigger? Could you fudge him in?
Oh, you'll find out. You'll
When are you
find out
doing that
soon.
review? Now I want to see it.
You know, let's just do a little live unboxing. I mean, why not?
You're gonna do it now. You're gonna wreck
Sure.
the video, though. Okay.
That's all right, guys. This is what the show is for.
Not everybody's gonna see this.
You know. Let me make some room here.
Beast Kingdom. One thing is for sure, they've definitely, I think, upped their game because I had the Superman and the Batman, and they were cool, but I thought that both of their skin tones were way too dark.
Yeah.
Like they just didn't match what the characters looked like.
Oh
And
shit!
Didn't like the blue for Superman that much. That's huge.
Look at all the stuff
Wow.
it comes with.
That's a big box. Oh,
the
the little
scarf.
guy, the little dudes that like grab onto him in the water and they're biting.
Yeah.
him.
That's awesome.
Oh man, this is ridiculous.
I love those.
It's even got a book.
Hey.
Kind of have to spill my beer over here.
Here we'll do.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're doing a live
Oh,
unboxing of the
Jesus.
Beast Kingdom, King Shark. There he is.
That's
Ooh.
really nice. I like that a lot, actually.
And actually, it does scale pretty well with multiverse.
Yeah. He
Oh,
seems,
wow.
That's what I mean. He seems like he'd be all right. Does he have
Yeah.
cloth drawers?
He does.
it looks
They are
like it.
cloth.
Yeah.
And he's also got an extra head.
Nice.
2 heads are better than 1.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic shark head.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's awesome. I don't think of King Shark when I see that. I think, oh no, I'm dinner in the ocean when I see
Yeah, it looks
that.
like Jaws, right? Look at that.
Time
Then
to
he's
release
got
the shark repellent.
like an extra pair of shorts. How cute.
The
Oh,
orange
yeah.
ones.
His
Yeah, the
jailhouse.
orange.
His little jailhouse shorts. Oh, it's
Yep.
adorable. And then
It's
he's
a
got
King
his
Shark
book
doll.
that he was reading in the movie.
I like that a lot, actually.
Oh man, these accessories are really dope. Then he's got the little creature, and then
Yeah.
he's got who was this guy? This little guy.
What? Wasn't that his toy? That was the thing. He made a thing. Remember?
That's
And he
right.
stuck it in the wall or whatever
Yeah.
at the end of the movie when Rick Flag was dead or something like that.
There it is.
I vaguely remember.
Yeah, the bombs, right? I think this is
Kind
pretty
of like
cool.
the other head sculpt better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more menacing.
Yeah, I like the open mouth. That's
There it is,
good.
guys. There is the King Shark. Beast Kingdom really stepping it up, man. I gotta tell you.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know?
I mean.
Oh
They're
man,
doing
beautiful.
fantastic. And again, I hate to harp on that dark side, but they're the only ones lately that have like taken the chance and made a comic book accurate style dark side.
Yeah.
And now he's not. Now currently he doesn't look like that anymore. He's gone back to a more simplistic look. But that Beast Kingdom dark side is going directly on my multiverse shelf until Todd steps up and makes a dark side for sure. That's why I bought it, to go with it.
I'm sure Todd will give us one of these days.
Oh, if he's making Calabash,
especially with
Calabash.
Excuse me. All right, boys. So there we have it. There's some live reviews of different things, and honestly, this might be a short show. That was our last official topic. Yeah,
it was the Beast Kingdom.
Do we want to open it up to comments?
Let's go to comments. All right, guys. This is the part of the show where you can ask questions.
Yes,
Brent. Yeah, you missed that whole. It was a whole section. Dude.
Everyone, that's my best friend. Say hi to Brent.
Brent, cheers. Cheers.
Yes, we've talked about the aggressive bulge already. You missed it, Brent. We talked about it.
Let's see. Thanks for doing this, guys. I enjoyed filling out with you. Just looking forward to that signal figure. Absolutely, James.
You won't be disappointed.
It's a great figure. Let's see. Do you have the McFarlane King Shred? How do they compare in size? God damn it. Hold on a sec. Let me go grab him.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got mine, but
mine's like way in the back.
Yeah, he's up there. But for you, love of the game, I'm gonna do it, bro. Give me 1 sec. Go off camera. Let me mess up my display here. It's okay. I'm gonna make a reel anyway tomorrow with this. So. Oh shit!
Do you turn your camera off because you got swamp ass?
Exactly. Nobody wants
to ask that question or not.
No, but it's the same way we make fun of Rob when he gets up.
Yeah. Got the head.
Yeah.
The best Joker actor.
I give you guys enough material, for God's sakes.
I think the best Joker actor so far, in my opinion. Keaton's Nicholson has been my favorite Joker because of nostalgia, but honestly, I like Heath Ledger. I thought he was great.
I can't say I love him more. I love them both so much, and for different reasons. All right, there's Beast Kingdom.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Ooh.
They're the same size, literally the same size.
Almost.
Called it.
You were right, Brad.
Knew it.
I mean, actually, Beast Kingdom's a little smaller.
Really?
Yeah, he's a little smaller.
Just a butt hair, probably.
Yeah, not by much.
But he's got the double elbow, right?
He's got the double elbow. I mean, McFarlane also he doesn't have a double elbow, but yeah, Beast Kingdom has a double elbow, a little bit more articulation.
Lots more articulation. That King Shark is not very articulated.
I wish his mouth moved, but yeah, there he is. Okay.
Please tell me what you think. Please tell me that you think Flash can beat Superman in a race. In general, yeah, of course.
I mean, he should. I mean, this was come on, he's a Flash.
Superman moves fast by sheer force of will, and Flash moves fast by the speed force.
Right.
But I do feel because it depends on who's writing the comic, right? If you read that, what was that 6 or 12 issue series, Up and Away or whatever, where Superman leaves, goes off Earth to save that girl. He has a Flash race, Superman Flash race then, and he wins. Now, whether that's because Barry let him win, I can't remember, or because he's really as fast as he needs to be, depends on who's writing. But officially, DC canon, the Flash is faster than Superman.
Yeah.
Whacker Maker says we should get a sculptor. Praying to the toy gods, we get a guest sculptor interview. Yeah, I think that could be a.
That would be good. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of amazing sculptors out there. So yes, absolutely.
So many.
Tons. All right, let's see. Is McFarlane only going to have a single figure for the new Shazam movie? Great question, Nate. I haven't heard of any other.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know. What do I think of the new Batman movie, Mr. Fantastic? I loved it. I thought it was great. It was the first time we got a dark noir Batman movie with a really strong detective line to it. And Batman, he was younger. He just seemed brutal. The only thing that I thought could have been done better, I wasn't super in tune with Bruce Wayne, right? With the hair over his eye and looking like an emo guy.
My favorite part of that was when he like Alfred offers him some berries. He's like, and he eats them all like emo-y, like you know.
All emo-y.
How does
Like-
one eat berries emo-y? Can you please expound on this, Ahsoka?
Go watch the scene. He comes out of the Batcave, and Alfred's like, the fresh berries over there, sir. And he just like picks them up and starts eating them. Like he's like, come on, bro. Let's get some levity here. Like life's not that bad. You got some fresh berries from your butler. You know what I mean? Chill out, Bruce. Even when he goes to see Carmine Falcone, he's all like, oh, like sullen. Like, I mean, I get it. But I miss, you know, I think even if you're that depressed, you can enjoy some food, some comfort, some fresh berries. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Superman can fly fast enough to spin the Earth in the opposite direction to change the past when Lois gets buried underground. Actually, what they did, there's some commentary somewhere. He didn't actually spin the Earth backwards. He went back in time, going fast. He went around the Earth fast enough.
Really?
Time. Yes, but they tried to illustrate it with the Earth going the opposite direction, and it just didn't work. I thought that for years too, and then it was like there was some commentary somewhere, and it was explained. I was like, oh, well, that makes
more sense.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's awesome.
It's a dumb scene otherwise. I could totally admit that.
That was my favorite comment. The script said emo Bruce eats berries to prep. Definitely pulled that off. I did. Listen, the other thing about the movie, I'm gonna go on some tangents here. And this is my observation, but like, did he really like stop the Riddler? Because at the end of the movie, the Riddler still blows up the dams, floods the city, and pretty much all that Bruce does is like stop a couple people from getting shot. But like, he didn't really like he used all this detective work, but didn't really figure anything out. I mean, he actually screwed up when he was beating the crap out of the Penguin, and he wasn't the right guy. Little 2 cents.
That did give us the great Batmobile scene, though.
I mean, the guy caused so much in property damage alone, and didn't even like. I don't know.
I think he saved the.
He saved the mayor.
I'm
But,
back
like-
on that one. I don't remember. To tell you the truth, I haven't seen it like lately, so I can't.
I'm
remember.
sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. I'm glad. A lot of movies don't make sense, and they just do things for plot points.
It was like, and the other big thing, my biggest thing was when he like, at the end, he's on the news, like saving people.
Yeah,
You're not Superman, bro. Superman is a beacon of hope. You're the guy people don't know exists.
yeah.
Like, that made no sense to me. That's not Batman. Batman's not on TV like as a beacon of hope.
I think in the movie he decided to be seen by people. I think was the idea was so that he can give them hope that someone's in Gotham. And in the comics, there have been times that like they have related what he does to giving the people of Gotham hope.
Yeah.
But him it's funny. Like he's supposed to be like no one knows he exists, but
Yeah.
you read Justice League and it's like, oh, he's up front of the Hall of Justice giving a speech with the rest of the Justice League.
And that works in the Justice League. But like, I just feel like, dude, now you got some kid who's gonna zoom in on his mask in about 2 seconds, figure out who he is. You know. We had a great question from Honor DC. A suggestion for a show. Oh, top 5 current items in each of your collections.
Oh.
I mean, we don't need a show for that. We can just do it right now.
Yeah.
Guys, what are we don't have to grab them, but like, what are just some of your favorite things in your collection right now?
You want to go, Rob?
The Batfleck Hot Toys, Dawn of Justice.
Yeah,
that is
a nice
up there
piece.
for me.
Bradley, give us one.
Oh, I was gonna wait for Rob to give me all
No,
5 of
go.
his.
Well, we'll do a round robin.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say, and now mine changes from time to time. So I think that my current, like, gem in my piece, so not like favorite, like I like this one, it's fun. It's still my light blue Superman from DC Universe Classics that never really came out. That's like, if I had to take one piece, I'm like, the house is on fire, save one. I'd save that one.
I like it, and that's a great one. That is a gem. The light blue Superman. For me, I would go. You know what? My Hot Toys Brandon Routh Clark Kent figure. Because I love Clark Kent,
Wow.
and it's like it's just such a fun. Actually, here, let me grab him.
I didn't see that one coming.
It's one of my favorite figures I have. It's just Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Dorky, good old Clark Kent.
Yeah.
I love him.
Looks clumsy.
Exactly. Oh, we have love of the game had a commentary on my comment about Batman. The point of this is that the vengeance attitude led to the Riddler copycats. Coming to the public was to show he was more than. Okay, I will take that, but I still do not feel like the Batman should be a public figure. He should not be hosting charity auctions in Gotham.
What the fuck? Hosting charity auctions.
I just don't think he should. That's my opinion.
Doing bingo with all the blue-hairs at the bingo hall.
Yeah, the bingo hall. All right, let's go to another. We'll do that's good for our top. Let's go to another one though. Let's see.
Here, I see.
We didn't do our top 5.
Yeah, we only did.
That's
top
why I
one.
thought like. That's why I thought like. Do.
I'm sorry.
Do them.
Go
quickly.
for it. Do them quickly. Go for it.
So you did number 1. So you want to continue off with your 2 to 5?
Yeah, I'd go with my Hot Toys, my Lego Batmobile. I love the Lego Batmobile and the Lego Batwing. And then some of my DC Direct statues, like Supergirl up there and Dr. Fate. Yeah. Oh, and my Hot Wheels collection. Oh, and the Enterprise up there. Look at that.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
I love the Enterprise. Oh, and you know what?
That's 6 though.
And my lightsaber. Yeah, so that too.
Oh, that's the Obi-Wan Luke saber from the first episode 4.
It is indeed, sir. Indeed.
Yeah.
All right, back to you, Brad. You go next with your.
Well, light blue Superman is the one that is the most important to me. I really like when you swap heads on the Hush Superman figure from McFarlane. I really like that. I love the Dark Knight Returns Mafex Superman.
Ooh, great choice.
I think that's fantastic. Whoa, did you hear that?
No,
A burp came while I was talking. That's like getting up and farting and not knowing it's coming. Geez, there's so many pieces. It's really hard to pick. I like Dr. Fate. I think he's one of my favorite DC Mezco figures because they did such a
job on him.
True.
True.
And then, well, my current favorite obsession of like Batman is that one, the little custom there.
Dude, that's great.
What is that, 4? And it changes like all the time. Then,
do you remember
your Superpowers Superman figure?
What was the first Grail item that you ever got, Brad? That you were like something you ever really wanted that you like? Was it a light blue Superman?
Yeah, light blue Superman.
Yeah.
It was an obsession for me to get them, like an obsession. I was going ham bones.
Ham bones in the
You're not
house.
late. You're just on time. Yeah, that was an obsession to get them. Like I'm talking, taking a dump with the iPad and watching eBay like a hawk, like 12 times a day.
But you did it. You did it
3 times. I just sold one though.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
It had to go. Had to pay for stuff.
Rob, give us 4 more of your top. I'd love for you to say, my wife, who's over there.
He's gonna pick all Mara items now. There'll be like 4 Mara items coming.
Yeah. I'm gonna say my Silverhawk collection because I can't pick just one.
Good choice.
I'm gonna say probably MP44. That's Optimus Prime, for those who don't know. The DC Direct Cyborg Superman.
Yes.
This guy's picking some good stuff, man.
Yeah, that's a good one. That was a real piece of me.
I'm gonna say the DC Essentials Batman 2, the black and gray and
Black
purple.
and gray.
Yes.
That's a good figure. Great head.
And with this train of questioning, Batman number 1, most expensive purchase in your collection. I'll go first. Jor-El Hot Toys. It was $500 plus.
Wow.
Marlon Brando was not cheap, my friends.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
More ways than one. Yeah. Most.
Here, hold on. Let me just say this. That was the DC Direct Cyborg Superman.
Oh,
that I was mentioning.
Oh yes. I knew you were. Yeah, because you said, didn't you say DC Direct? My most. You know what? My most expensive single piece in my DC collection, yeah, it's probably it's the light blue Superman, because the first one I got, I paid over $200 for. Yeah, you know the story. I put in my maximum bid, and I was like, I don't want to think about it. It was really high, and someone kept going in and bidding me up every day. So when it was all said and done, it was like $235. Yeah, my first one. All the rest were much, much cheaper.
Yeah, for me, it's probably the Batfleck, because I got him after the fact.
Oh, Shui Tang in Canada. There he is.
What's up, Shui?
All right, let's see what else we got in the. I can take a few more, then I have to go. I'm sorry, guys. Let's
Josh
see.
is a celebrity. Everyone's saying hi to
Dude,
Josh,
everyone likes Josh.
Yeah, well, he's a likable dude.
Currently having a good attitude and making great YouTube videos.
He's like
far in this
he's
chat.
like the Bob Ross.
I know, right?
Of action figure reviews. Everyone's like, he's very positive, and he is.
I like his tattoos too, that you can see on his arms.
You never say that about my tattoos.
I don't get to see your tattoos, sir.
Every time I see your tattoos, I'm like, whoa. He's got tattoos. I forget that you've got tattoos.
I got to put a funny one just to throw people off. Just to, maybe I'll do one with of this Catwoman action figure. Exactly the way it is. All right, let's see.
I'm making the joke.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't see too many other questions. I see comments, commentary.
There's plenty of stuff up here, plenty of comments. I feel bad because I'm always like talking to you guys, and then so I started like trying to type some of them in.
It's a lot, dude. It's a lot. Let's see.
When I do my live streams, like when I'm by myself, which is like I haven't done one in like a year and a half.
Sure.
Most of it ends up being just talking in the comments.
That's good. Is it just me, or are they milking the Arkham video game line for toys? They absolutely are.
Yeah. They are, but it's great. It's
there's an inbuilt audience. That's why, right?
It's funny because I didn't really realize that.
Sell.
Yeah, because like so many people love that game so much that's like their like 89 Batman is these video games.
Yeah,
And it's like
that's how they know him,
right? And
for sure.
Here's one.
I'm sorry. Okay. Brad, do you think we will ever see
that in the comments? But I'll say it out loud. Yeah, because they're talking about Mafex. I'm assuming.
Oh, okay.
Talking about Mafex because Steel was revealed, and then Hank Henshaw's just came out.
Yeah.
So no, I feel like we'll definitely see Eradicator and Superboy as long as they keep the license, because like why would he stop there? I feel like Mafex will keep going with Death and Return of Superman and with Nightfall, because pardon me, we know Bane and we know the classic Nightfall Batman are coming out from Mafex. So yeah, I don't think that they're going to stop. I think we'll see the major characters from Death and Return of Superman for sure. Eradicated for sure. I would dollars to donuts. I'd put money on it.
I love when you say dollars to donuts, Brad.
You know what I mean? Where did I get that from? I think a radio presenter.
I don't know, but it's great. Dollars to
20
donuts.
years ago.
I want to know, Spider Dude, what was our advice?
I think it was the social media advice, Rob.
Oh, was it?
I think so. But Spider Dude, thank you. I'm glad we were able to impact you positively. All right. All right, we'll do one more question, guys. Oh, here we go. I like this one. Would you guys enjoy a second Bat Family 5-pack with Alfred, Orphan, Spoiler, Batwing, and Batwoman? I would like that, but what would be Brad, your dream Batman 5-pack?
Now, is it got to be new characters or
anything you want?
Using the ones,
and give me your the version of the character, like what?
Costume. I would do it like that, like a factory lighter gray with the blue in the middle, or a factory darker gray with black in the middle, and then I would have. Let's see. I'd have characters we haven't had yet, so I'd have the comic, like a different comic version of Batgirl. We haven't had all of her versions,
Yeah.
or at the very least, Batwoman. Yeah, Spoiler would be in there. Cassandra would be in there, or Orphan, as she called. I think this is pretty much what I would do, but I probably wouldn't. Well, yeah, I would probably put Alfred in there. This is pretty close actually to what I would do if I had to pick new characters. This is actually pretty close. Yeah.
Rob?
Yeah, I'd love to see like all these characters that were mentioned. I think like even a Nightfall version. Like I would love. I really want a Nightfall Nightwing with that yellow and blue with the
I thought you were
ponytail.
gonna say Harold. I think that would have been dope. A little
Oh yeah,
odd little figure, you know?
yeah, that would be amazing. Like, could you imagine if somebody made that?
I feel that's gonna be like year 7 when we start to get into like really obscure,
Well,
like
the longer he has that
I
license,
think
the deeper
yeah.
he'll go.
Harold always gets forgotten.
I know. He came back in Hush, and then he was
What if
out.
he's still alive?
Here, one last question. One more, but this is a good question. Can we do Flash movie toy leak? We'll talk about it. We don't show leaked images on this channel, but we will talk about it.
They're talking about the Spin Master.
Yeah. What did you guys think
Yeah.
about the Batwing and the Batmobile? Well, that was
It
leaked.
looks amazing. I'm not a Spin Master guy, so I probably will stay away. But it does look great for those who do collect.
Which would be me. I do I like what Spin Master is doing for the kids. I think it's fantastic. And as a collector too, I mean, I collect them for myself, but I also buy them for my youngest. I think that their Batmobile looks good. It's reminiscent to me of the Kenner one from the Dark Knight collection. So if it looks as good as like what the leaked images are, the Batman, the shorter Batman and Flash seem to be, they're different than how they would usually do them. Like they seem like they've maybe changed up how they make the figures a little bit, but I guess that remains to be seen. Like they seem more, the proportions seem better, I guess is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, they seem more like human compared to like a toy.
Like a cartoon toy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the Batwing because it looks like it's from that world, even though it's a new design. You know, it feels like
it has that the Batman and Robin mixed with Keaton's, and like that's what it kind of reminds me of. Like
Batman Forever, you mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Did you guys see the 12-inch figures that leaked? At least the portraits?
Yeah.
I missed the 89 suit with the more animalistic like muscle versus the armor. So I still like it a lot, but I love the 89 suit.
The 89 suit's my favorite.
Yeah.
The cowl on the return suit I think is a little bit better, but the body armor is. I love the 89 suit. But I mean, listen, it's Michael Keaton. I am gonna. And by the way, I think we're getting our first trailer during the Super Bowl in 2 weeks.
Ooh.
I've never cared about the Super Bowl until now. When is it?
In 2 or 3 weeks. I think maybe someone in the chat. When's the Super Bowl, guys? I think it's like
I don't watch the Super Bowl. I watch it so
it's definitely in the 3rd or 4th week of February, or 2nd or 3rd week of February. So it's imminent.
The 12-inch figures, and just to finish off, don't look so great. I mean, the Batman looks all right, but the neck for Flash, it's just. I'm hoping those images are screwed up.
I will say though, like if the Batman Forever suit had a yellow belt, that might have been like one of the best.
I love that suit.
Yeah.
Fantastic suit.
But I'm a big. The thing is, I know the yellow belt doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
But it's a comic book character. I mean, a dude wearing a bat suit. There's
None of it makes sense.
Amount of friggin' lines to put in his bat launcher, and you can chuck like that. None of that makes sense. But we suspend disbelief because it's fun and it makes us excited and that kind of thing. It inspires us. So I am a big fan of the yellow belt. When it's just black, it's like I get it.
Yeah.
But I want that yellow to break it up halfway through.
Yeah.
And guys, with that, we got to end the show. It's been a wonderful hour and a half. Almost hour 40. Thank you to everyone in the chat for joining us as always. I think we maxed out about 101 today. We're at about 78 right now, and really appreciate your support, everyone. Brad, Rob, any parting words for the group?
Brad?
I'm typing. Parting words. Have a DC day, everybody.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I love that. Oh, right there. Hearing it live right there.
I know, right?
Man, never thought I would hit like that, Brad. Rob, any parting words, sir, from the face of the show?
The face.
Yeah, you are the face. You're the most handsome of us all. And don't try to deny it. You are definitely the most attractive male on this show.
And a lot of shows.
In any show.
Any show. I'm gonna go ask some. Oh, sorry, go ahead, Rob.
No, you go.
No, please.
I don't really have much. I just sit here and look at you guys and the camera.
And we just look at you. I'm gonna go and get some blueberries and eat them enthusiastically. And
enthusiastically, there you go. Don't eat them all emo.
And I'll emo. Thanks, guys, for joining us. It's always fun, and we will talk to you guys in about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Later, everyone. Take care. Bye.
Everybody.